and bring you and I and all of us together as a community. And because consent matters, do I have your permission to say a prayer? Okay. May I touch you? Okay. Dear Mother, Father, God, and all for the highest vibrational good, only please connect us to the Reiki Masters, the Ascended Masters, Master Jesus, Master Buddha, Master Katumi, Yamoja, Oshun, Mawu, and all the Taras. Please connect us to the Archangel, Spirit Guides, Animal Guides, our lineage, our ancestors, and all for the highest vibrational good, only rooting us down in our individual healing experience and bringing us together as a community. I say all of this in the name of I Am. Ashe. 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 Okay, okay, okay. Gonna get some cinnamon just to set the mood of removing these negative thoughts, and to give a couple of words of encouragement before then. First and foremost, negative thoughts happens to everyone, and more than anything, it is simply a habit that everyone has. And in order to break free from negative thoughts, you have to change the habit that you have. So I'm just putting this around you, okay? You have to break free from the habit of those thoughts. It's the same thing with much more uplifting thoughts. The more times that you think of uplifting thoughts, the more likely that you will naturally think of uplifting thoughts. I know it's supposed to be much more magical when really it is quite simple. This is an easy one today, okay? So let's go in and remove some of those negative thoughts that are just getting in the way. Energetically and astrologically, right now there's probably been this feeling and then sensation of the heart not matching the mind, or having a difficult time being able to feel balanced. You might feel ruffled lately by things that just don't matter. They just don't matter. And not understand why it's impacting you so much. It is completely normal. Many people are facing it. On top of that, sometimes we just need energetically to remove some of those negative thoughts. So the first one is anything that has to do with self-doubt. Let's go ahead and remove that one out. Anything that has to do with uncertainty, we're going to move that one out. Anything that has to do with a low sense of belief in yourself, or anything that has to do with something that is preventing you from exploring or being able to go on this adventure of life. Life is an opportunity to explore that of which we don't know constantly. And sometimes a fear of that can just put us in a negative cycle. So I'm going to just take these thoughts, remove them. First of all, energetically speaking, we can remove from the aura itself. Then we can go into that third eye crown and even into the thoughts, the feelings, and the beliefs to be able to shift What is it to the core of you that is just you in the universe, God, source, whatever you believe in? What is it just you standing here looking at the stars, realizing that we're just like a cell on a big rock in space? What is it that keeps you grounded? What is it that, outside of all these other systems that you feel like is your foundational elements that keep you kind of grounded, centered, and feeling enough, not getting lost in these negative thoughts? It can be a combination of so many things, but let's make sure you feel and know that you are enough. It does not require you to be religious. It doesn't mean that you have to not be religious. It's just saying that to the core of you, you are enough. No matter where you're at in your path, you are enough. No matter what the past was, you are enough. And that removing these thoughts that are no longer serving you is something that you deserve to have. You deserve to have that peace and that comfort. There's also one more thing. Okay. And that one more thing is, not only do you know that you are enough, but do you feel that you have enough? Now, feeling like you have enough has nothing to do with having goals and reaching and meeting those goals. But at the core of you, are you happy with yourself?